you like, man, how is that possible?
Right.
Right? Because I remember when it first happened to me, I was like, how is that possible? I thought I was the man. I'm making bread.
Right.
I'm doing things, but I'm like, you make more. How you doing that?
How?
And the whole thing about it is this, and we're gonna touch on that. Once you start learning the fundamentals of it, it ain't so much about the money, it's about the peace. It's about the ability to go to sleep at night, because when the repo man after you, because I know I'm gonna tell you from
Man.
when the repo man after you, bro, when you talking about sleeping with one eye open, if you hear anything,
Sleeping, you ain't
you
sleeping.
be like, you hear something like, neep, neep. Like looking around like, oh, wait a minute. That ran downstairs, like, oh shit. They next door, okay. Next thing you know, but when you stop having to live like that,
man,
and you could go home and literally just like get in the bed and go to and have a sound sleep and wake up knowing it ain't nothing happening, that's different, man. So
right.
I guess it's safe to say, because that was one of the questions I had for you to share with the audience. So you basically said at one point you was broke. Is that what we're saying?
I wouldn't even call it broke.
Okay.
But because I look at it like I was just mismanaging money. Mismanaging money. And
So
not
we're talking about mindset. So not broke to say the mindset was there, but you just, like you said, mismanagement, or you just didn't know.
right.
You didn't know the game.
Well, right. I didn't know the game. That's the thing, because especially in the black community, talking about money is taboo.
Correct.
You know, growing up, my mama didn't tell me how much she paid for rent, or how much it was gas. You know, you might look out the window while she pumping the gas, be like, "Oh, is that how much gas is?" But other than that, there was no discussion about finances. So, and if you think about it, if you don't get the discussion of finances in your family, you don't get the discussion of finances from K through 12, you can go and get a PhD and still never know how to balance a checkbook. It's not taught anywhere, right? So it's purposely done that way. We ain't got time to even get into it.
No,
Why?
that's look, you know you coming back on, so that's systematic. So we're gonna use the short version. That's systematic.
Right.
Right? It's happening. And it was set up purposefully, and it's still like that today.
Right.
And that's why I'm sitting there looking like, I was just doing something, not to get off topic, but I was just doing some research earlier this morning, because like I love ChatGPT and all of this AI stuff. So I'm like, I'm putting in all these questions. Like when I'm thinking about, so I'm saying, wait a minute, it's homecoming season, right? Everybody talking about homecoming, and such homecoming was last weekend and this. So I put this into ChatGPT. I was like, what's the average? I said, what's the average?
I already know where you're
What's
going.
the average budget for a homecoming entertainment? That's all I asked. What's the average budget? That thing broke out a chart, and it was like it could range anywhere from $50,000 to $300,000. They said for the high-end HBCUs, Howard, shout out to the alumni, FAM, Spelman, Morehouse.
They putting on.
They said they could spend in excess of $300,000.
Putting
so
on.
I was like, wait a minute, man. So we entertaining for over $300,000. So then the next question, I was like, in comparison to that budget, what's the budget for teaching students financial literacy? I just put that in ChatGPT. It ain't me. It ain't research. It ain't like we used to do, like go down to the library, look up.
Right.